Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Alien Earth review. We are going to be going over episodes 6 and 7. We got a double-parter, and boy, oh boy, do we have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Big build-ups for what's going to be probably the craziest episode of any TV show ever.
I don't know how they're going to get into all this, but let's kick it off with episode 6. Episode 6 is very much a kind of a filler episode, but that's fine. You kick it off with kind of a cool confrontation between Boy Cavalier and the head of Weyland-Yutani.
Yeah, and they both kind of have their generals there. Kirsch kind of travels with them, and then Morrow's also kind of on the back burner with Yutani. And these are good threats being made. This is some high drama. Boy Cavalier with his dirty ass feet on it.
And a lot of high money. A lot of high money's going around here.
Inflation has treated this world very well.
10 billion? How about 20?
How about 19? How about 26?
Okay, well we got a lot going on.
Next time I go into a car dealer, because I'm gonna buy a used BMW someday. I'm gonna go get a junker convertible, and I'm gonna go, and they're gonna go 9. I'm gonna go 15, and they're gonna go,
you're welcome. Hey, thank you. You got yourself a deal.
I'll be like,
that was easy.
Boy Cavalier.
Boy, shut down the shop. I got one.
I can like the gun shop owner in T1. I can close shop early today.
But you have a really interesting conversation between Boy Cavalier and the leader of the Weyland-Yutani. Basically, Boy Cavalier is telling Weyland-Yutani, hey, F off. All the stuff that was on that ship is now mine because your ship crashed into one of my buildings and killed thousands of people.
Even though we do know that Boy Cavalier sabotaged the ship on purpose.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But in that conversation is whenever you kind of see how evil both sides are, because they don't give two shits about anything that's going on except for all them alien babies they got on board.
It really goes to show how on the back burner the hybrids are. And I don't know, because it's like he talks at the beginning a lot about how much money they cost and you know what an investment they are, but then he's just throwing around $26 billion like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know if we'll get this or not, but it is curious to think if like the hybrids and the xenomorphs getting those specimens was maybe a plan from the beginning to make them collide.
Maybe.
But I guess we'll see how that works out in the finale. Not a lot of room left to explore that. But
There's one episode
yeah.
so far. But you have this conversation, and then you move into probably one of the best scenes of the episode. You have Morrow and Kirsch in the elevator together, and there is high tension going on between these two.
There better be some person throwing happening.
I'm going to be so mad if there's not a fight between Morrow and Kirsch.
Yeah.
And you get to see how awesome Kirsch is. Because the whole time I've been waiting for Kirsch to do something. And all he's been doing is this. And walking like this everywhere he goes. That's all you see him do. That's it. It's all you see Kirsch do. And I love Kirsch. Like, he's one of my favorite characters in this show. I need some more from him, though.
Kirsch is totally your best friend at the club that's going to headbutt whoever attacked you out of nowhere.
Very quiet, but ready to go whenever the situation calls for it.
Yeah, but man, Babu Sise he's got a bright future.
Morrow's awesome.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see what that actor goes on to do. But man, what a diamond they just fucking plucked and popped into this show. I don't consciously remember him from anything else, but he's so intimidating and cool. And yeah, I'm really excited about.
He's also kind of normal looking in a way before you see like the blades and stuff come out. Like he's not like an ultra ripped guy or anything.
Yeah.
He's just like a normal dude that got turned into a cyborg, and that's why I like him more.
Once again, like that's what's so cool about Noah's villains is it's like you would never think that Billy Bob Thornton would be the most intimidating man in the face of the earth.
Yeah.
But then with Fargo and stuff, how he decides in Cass is really good. But we have the other half of the episode is much more dramatic, and we do get Wendy finding out that Homegirl's brain has been
Curly.
Yeah,
Not Curly. The redhead.
Yeah.
Curly's the one that is always running around.
What is it?
Nibs.
Nibs has been wiped, and Wendy will investigate that a little bit more. But
Let me tell you something. I hate this arc
what? Mark?
with Nibs. I hate it.
Why?
Because of what happened in this episode.
Okay.
So Nibs has the breakdown, right, from
Okay.
the ship.
Yeah.
Because the thing got on her face. She pretends that she's pregnant. I like where that's going.
Uh-huh.
Then they decide we're going to wipe her brain before it ever happened. And these dumb sons of bitches drop her off in her room with all the other freaking half robots.
Okay.
Don't even bother like doing a prep or anything with her. Just go, hey, we're done, drop her off. Not thinking that Wendy or any of them will be like, hey, how are you feeling? We know you were talking about you being pregnant.
Does it make you mad because the company is not caring about these AI feelings, or does it make you mad because you think it's bad writing?
It makes me mad because it feels really dumb.
Okay.
To me, it feels like with as much as the mom of these synths is, like, and as much as she hates doing what she's doing, the fact that she would do that and then just drop her off.
Yeah, her and Arthur with the understanding of what these hybrids are, not doing the proper aftercare.
It made no sense. When I saw that, I went, yeah, they wouldn't do that. They would have Nibs wake up and they would talk to her and kind of find out what's going on, not just wipe her brain and drop her off in her room again. It made no sense.
It is hard to think that the 6 others would not notice that there's something wrong with Nibs. So, but that is, it is. I like that they wiped her memory because
I like that too.
They needed to jumpstart Wendy's revolution.
Yeah,
right.
For sure. I agree with that, but I thought it was weak that they would just wipe it and then just drop her off and immediately go into Wendy questioning her.
Yeah.
Because Wendy's just in her room, so she's just waiting immediately after they wipe her memory.
Yeah, it is tough. I gotta say, I love the wardrobe change in Wendy to put her in this sleeveless shirt because she's really lean, and so it's like they kind of put her into warrior mode for just like cosmetically for
the end of the show.
Yeah. To change her dynamics to make her look a little harder. But yeah, that is a little disappointing with Nibs. But I thought the idea of pregnancy was going to be explored as like why she thought that.
Yep.
But I think it just really needed to be something so extreme and something so ridiculous that they felt they needed to wipe her memory right then and there. So
And I enjoy that part as well. I just wish they would have went further into it instead of kind of dropping it and moving on.
Yeah, they treat her like a memory card instead of exploring the interesting emotional questions.
That's a good way to put it. They just wiped her memory card and made her start over Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, because it would have been more interesting to see like how does that affect the consciousness.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I was hoping they were going to go with, but it was just more of a kind of a plot point to just get Wendy to be like, hey, we need to get out of here.
Yeah. Luckily, the action does pick up from there with Slightly's trafficking attempt. And, man, our boy just, God, what's his name? Walt? I can't keep up. There's so many.
Which one? Talking about the one that gets eaten by the flies? That's Toodles. Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac. Thank you. Isaac Noon. I was going to say Imran. I can't remember. Isaac Noon because he wanted to be named. But yeah, man, he pops open that door because he's about to feed the big flies, and he goes full body in there.
They got the big hose nose. Man, they got the big old honker.
Yeah, they like to suck, and
they tear him up so fast.
But I love the callback to the original distraction that the eye does.
Yeah,
on the
doom. Yeah. That eye. If we don't get something incredible with that eye in the final episode, I'm going to be so mad.
I know. The final episode's got to be like 3 hours, right? I hope.
That's what I was thinking after watching these, because these are, I think, 54 and 45 minutes long episodes.
Yeah.
So the last 2 are shorter than 5, because I think 5 is the longest one so far.
It is like an awesome scene, and I think that entire lab is like, everything on this planet got acid in it somewhere.
Yeah.
And these flies are nasty.
You know, that eyeball's probably got acid somewhere.
Yeah, I hope he just starts squirting it. What if he comes out with a little tube and just has a...
Well, they're talking about how they want to put that eyeball into a human.
Yes, so they can communicate with it. It's just a matter of who are they going to drop it into, because they're going to... that will be a very fun scene to watch, because you know they're going to have some guy, James Bond, strapped to a table with a steel plate, and they're going to go... Gloop. Oh, man, that would be such a cool death for Boy Cavalier to die because the eyeball jumps on his face.
He's more than likely going to die to the eyeball, is what I would think is going to happen.
All right, we'll hope for it. But poor Arthur. He is, before he meets his demise, Joe comes up to him and is like, yo, do we need to stay here or do we need to go?
Are they safe?
Yeah, are they safe? And Arthur, he's looking out. He's like, get out of here. I'll deactivate their tracking. Here's the boat code so you can leave. And this is the what allows the train to go off the rails, right? Mm-hmm. And Slightly takes him back to the lab. Luckily for Slightly, Isaac's been killed, so Arthur's just acting a damn fool, man.
Arthur's cool because all Arthur wants to do is protect these kids.
Yep.
Like, he feels bad on what happened to Isaac. He's trying to get Isaac's body out of the big honking noses. But unfortunately, little old pod happened to open up.
Yeah, I mean, he opened the door and that thing's scampering around, and it's a pretty good leap. Good face hugger. It's nasty.
It's a good one, yeah. I really enjoyed that. I liked seeing Slightly's emotion from what's happening and him saying, I have to protect my mom. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This has to happen. And I guess the big flying ones, I guess they don't attack humans.
Yeah,
I guess they're only after robots.
I don't even know if it's that or if they are just flies that just kind of chill and then they're like, oh, there's something in here.
The only reason I brought that up is because they go after Isaac, right?
Yeah.
And they kill Isaac. And then Kirsch doesn't go in the room to help contain him. He stays out, and two humans go in to get the flies.
That is.
So I was wondering if it's just because he says that they digest from the outside and they digest minerals.
Yeah.
So I would assume that they would want sense more than they would want
they're
humans.
looking for mineral-rich material.
Yeah.
So that is a good observation. Yeah, because then they just get zapped like it's nothing.
Because it did go right after Slightly when he was getting into the vent with Arthur.
We're starting to bleed into episode 7 a little bit with this, so we'll go and roll right into it. But I love that episode 6 does end with Kirsch. He's been watching the security feed this entire time.
Yeah. He knows everything.
And he likes it.
Yeah, I think he likes it, and he's also... I see it in two ways with Kirsch, and this is why I like Kirsch's character. I think there's a part of him that isn't necessarily that he likes it, but it's all research.
Yeah, it's interesting things for him to consume from the biological specimen point of view, but also I think he likes watching the hybrids do stuff that defies expectation. I think he takes pleasure in, like, good for you, Slightly, thinking like a cold ass robot right there. You know, I think that's exactly it. It's not like he takes pleasure in Arthur dying. He's taking pleasure in interesting things happening with everything that's in a cage, including the hybrids.
Also, like in this episode, you can tell that he's not the biggest fan of Boy Cavalier.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of building up because there's one scene earlier in the episode to where they're flying in after Kirsch tells Isaac to go check on the pods and everything goes wrong. Boy Cavalier asks if everything's okay, and Kirsch goes, affirmative. It's all good. Like, oh, just wait till we get back.
Yeah.
We got a whole lot of pain coming our way.
So, Boy Cavalier and Kirsch eventually go and watch this feed in episode 7.
Yeah.
And I thought this was probably the weakest episode of the series so far.
7?
Yes.
I thought I thought the episode before.
You thought 6 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm 50-50 on this right now. I'm still trying to kind of work it out.
So Boy Cavalier and Kirsch watch the feed. They've decided that they're going to plant the eyeball into some human so they can talk to it. Because even though the Xenomorph's the star of the show, the eyeball is the star of what's happened.
Yeah.
And they both agree on this. We have Slightly, who's now extracted Arthur out into the open with Smee. Oh, Smee, bless his little heart.
Poor guy.
He's just helping as much as he can. Yeah. And then we also have Wendy, who honestly, for me, goes into revolution mode a little too quick, and I think it's because of the episode count more than anything. She sees Isaac and then decides right there that she's going to fuck all of it, right? Yeah. But she didn't have like the emotional reaction that I was hoping for.
I guess it's because she's a synth and they don't want to really show that she has too much.
Well, she's half human though. She's a hybrid.
Supposedly.
Yeah. But it is like, I don't know. That's why I think the episode's weak. I also think the episode's weak because the ending is very weird. And
it is weird.
It's cut and shot poorly, and it doesn't end on a period like an episode should. But yeah, it's just like, she's like, oh, Isaac's dead. And now she is out. She's escaping with Nibs.
And Joe.
Yeah, and Joe.
Which is another character that I don't care about Joe anymore.
I don't know if Joe's miscast.
It's so hard with Joe because how is he still around?
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I just can't. I don't know. I think he's miscast. I don't think he has the charisma to be a sympathetic character. And again, God, I don't like being mean to actors. Alex Lothar, like, he's effective, but he's not. I do not have empathy, and I'm not catching I hope he makes it. I'm just like, oh my God, just die so we can watch Wendy do cool stuff again.
I personally think that if he would have been gone in like episode 2 or 3, I think he would have done perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I just think the Joe character in general is just kind of boring.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he's really there to drive the corporation greed and like how this place interacts with the workers, because we don't get a lot of that because all of the characters are synthetics or hybrids. So, you know, I don't know. I feel like everything that Joe does, we could have been told through the soldier's perspective, like Siberian or Rashidi. Just kind of like, I kind of hope he dies.
Yeah, he should have died a while back, but we're still here.
Yeah.
So this episode, you have, like Shaun said, Wendy is now tired of everything. Her, Joe, and Nibs are going to get out of there. And then you have another side that has Slightly and Smee that are going to the beach to meet up with Morrow because they have Arthur's body that has the bug in him.
Yeah.
And Kirsch helps them get out of there to get onto the beach, tells them exactly where to go, how to get out the fastest without being detected.
Yep.
Yes, I just said a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot of different plot points going on all at once.
In a 43-minute episode.
Yes.
In one of the shortest episodes so far. But
and they also have another point to where they're still trying to find Arthur. So you have all Boy Cavalier's people looking for Arthur.
Yep.
You have Smee and Slightly try to get the body out. You have Wendy, Joe, and Nibs trying to get out of there. All three of these are all going on at once.
Yeah. Man, whenever Arthur's body disappears, I did think,
was sick.
I was like, man, I hope he shows up not knowing what's happening.
This is going to sound so stupid. In my head, I thought, what if the facehugger's leg just crawled off?
Oh, no.
Like, the facehugger was still on the face, like the tail was wrapped around, and it was using its legs to, like, walk the
dragging.
body out. Yes, that was the first thing that went through my head.
Like a little tugboat?
Yeah, it was just dragging him off into, like, a secret area. And then the facehugger falls down from the tree. I was like, oh, I hope we find something new. But that's fine, I guess.
It's okay. But yeah, I mean, shortly after, I mean, Arthur does sense that there's something wrong here right before things go, and he even convinces them to take him back.
Yeah.
It's
very sweet. I will say in this episode, that arc with Slightly Smee and Arthur, it might be one of my favorite arcs of this episode.
Yeah, and Slightly honestly kind of gets his redemption because he decides to do the right thing in the end. Doesn't matter.
Unfortunately, this is the fastest I've ever seen a chest burster come out of somebody.
Yeah, usually they gestate for,
2 days or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But premature birth, but it's nasty. It comes up, it wiggled out in the woods.
Yeah, you also get a really good scene with Smee whenever the chest burster comes out of Arthur, because Smee starts to break down at Slightly and basically yelling at him, "You said he was going to be okay."
Yeah.
And I really like that scene because Smee doesn't have a clue on anything that's going on. This is all brand new.
Yeah,
to him.
it could have been anything that came out of
Yes.
his chest. Whenever the chest burster goes into the brush, I had this like, it was the exact same feeling whenever we would throw the vortex onto the roof at school.
Oh.
It was.
Oh no!
I was just like,
Oh, prized possession.
like when you throw it and the wind catches it and just takes it over. I was like, oh no, that sucks. Because it was just like, you're never gonna get that back.
Good luck. It's gone.
It's like dropping your cell phone into a vent.
And it's
like,
funny you say that because 5 minutes later, it's already caught.
I know.
You're never going to get that back.
I know. I was so mad. It just got netted instantly. I love how it's just like.
I love chest bursters.
Chest bursters look like Peter Pan and Hook when they
This
throw the net
world
on
is
him.
wild. What's going on here? Uh-oh.
Man, I like the jungle. I'm having a good time.
So after the chest burster stuff, you then go into your groups again. Slightly and Smee decide to keep moving
Dude,
forward.
if you put sunglasses and put him behind a piano, chest burster would look just like Stevie Wonder, like playing the
what's
piano.
wrong with
I
you?
don't know. I just thought
You just
about
had to think about that,
I just
huh?
thought about Spaceballs and then.
Oh, with the chest burster that
and then
kicks
the
its
chest
legs.
burster
Yeah.
being like, there ain't superstition.
That might happen in Spaceballs, too. It could.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. That's funny. But you have Slightly and Speed continue their journey to meet up with Morrow. You also have Wendy, Joe, and Nibs, who encounter a group of Weyland-Yutani soldiers that have arrived with Morrow.
Yeah.
So Morrow has taken Slightly and Smee because the body has erupted. They have to go find this thing. The other group that was with them have ambushed Wendy, Joe, and Nibs. And this is whenever you find out Wendy is 100% in control of the alien.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe 99. Alien flinches a little bit when she goes to pet it.
yeah.
But yeah, just about. She just tells it what she's like, makes some clicking noises.
There is a really cool scene of the alien jumping in at the soldiers, which I will say, that soldier had that alien like dead to rights.
I know.
I saw that and went, I don't know about that one. Like, that gun is right there on it.
Maybe
You're lining that bad boy right up.
All you got to do is squeeze that trigger, son.
And he was unloading on it, but the alien comes down, just absolutely destroys all these robots.
Tail whips one of them. It is crazy.
You also have right after that, you have a scene to where Wendy is communicating very well. There is a slight hesitation, but after that, it does allow her to wipe the blood off of it and continue on.
What'd you say to it? Hide and follow.
I think.
Oh, man.
That was a good line. I did enjoy that.
That's so sick.
There's also a scene, we kind of skipped over this, to where they find their graves. I was very disappointed with this scene. That scene should have hit a lot harder than it actually did.
I was like, oh man, they're gonna try to dig up their own bodies, and they didn't.
They just kind of like glanced over it and kept going. I was disappointed in that. I was hoping that Wendy was going to react more to it, and that was going to be
the nail in the coffin
yes.
for this is why we're doing, and that's what I was missing the entire episode. I was like, where is Wendy definitively declaring and telling the audience, fuck them, we're gonna either run, and if they try to stop us, we're gonna fucking kill them, dude. But that never happens, and so I'm just like, okay, I guess we're going with it. In this grave marker scene really makes me think that there are script pages dedicated to this that are gone because it got 8 episodes instead of 10, or it got 8 episodes instead of 12. I don't feel like this showrunner would allow that to go untapped unless it was some kind of cut that was made. I just don't, because he is so exploratory with his characters and the dynamics of his universe, and like that is definitely something that got truncated because they didn't have the real estate. But again, the episode's 43 minutes. Like, it could have been 10 more minutes and showed us. I don't know.
It could have been 20 more minutes out of it, fine, honestly. But it kind of is like a deflating tire from here.
Yeah.
I feel like this episode really starts to fall apart for the rest of it.
We do get one good conversation with Morrow and Kirsch.
It is good. It is also kind of odd in a way, but overall I did like it. Kirsch had basically set this whole situation up. He let them out because he knew Morrow was talking to Slightly. He does have a good conversation with the two boys, whenever he brings them over. Whatever he goes, I know everything. I'm over here. You two are grounded.
Yeah.
I did like that Kirsch is more of a father figure to these boys now.
The reprimand is so adolescent, like coded. So,
and then he basically is like, "Hey, you remember whenever you said that you'd see me? I got you. I got you."
Yeah. And I don't know. The last part of this is just like really ineffective for me.
I rewatched this part last night.
Okay.
To try to understand exactly what all was going on.
Like, just because technically it's filmed poorly.
It is filmed very poorly. So Joe, Wendy, Nibs make it to the boat. When they go to open up the door, Siberian and Rashidi are in there. They also brought a group. They're saying, you're not getting off this island. A fight breaks out. Nibs starts the whole thing off by ripping a dude's jaw off.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, that was
I will
good.
say that scene is really good. The special effects look great. The CGI looked good.
Wendy may or may not be fighting multiple people.
I don't know. I'm very confused on what's happening here.
She's punching people, but not really hurting them. Joe, I guess, is getting thrown to the ground and held hostage.
The other soldiers are just watching?
Yeah, the other soldiers are just watching Nibs. And they got 8 guns on these gals.
Yeah,
like
Nibs does get shot twice, which then increases Wendy's anger. Then there's a bunch of like tussling around. Joe is fighting with Rashidi, but he's not also.
Yeah.
Because he has a gun, and you would figure Rashidi would try to disarm him, but he doesn't. There's still tussling going on, and then Joe shoots Nibs with a taser to stop Nibs from killing Siberian, which then leads to Wendy looking back at Joe while Rashidi has his gun on Wendy.
Yeah.
So I guess Joe shot Nibs to stop Rashidi from shooting Wendy.
Or he just shot her because
he was trying to protect Siberian, which makes no sense because Siberian was trying to keep them on the island and Joe is trying to protect Wendy. So you would figure that he would want to protect Wendy.
Yeah.
But I guess they're trying to add in the fact that all those other soldiers would kill them immediately.
But we're pretending they're not there at all because they're not acting and we're not showing them on film. And then Wendy gets mad at Joe and says, "What did you do?"
Oh, and to add on to this, there's also an alien drone or a xenomorph drone that's just hanging out on the shoreline.
Waiting. And I'm assuming that, and so Wendy's mad at Joe and the episode ends, and I just go, what? Why is she mad at Joe at all? And it's like, does she think that Joe called the soldiers?
No,
is she only saying that because he's shocked Nibs?
Yes. After watching it twice, I am 100% sure that's why.
Okay.
It's because he shot Nibs. And I think the reason why is because Wendy and Nibs had that conversation. She realized that they wiped her memory. And then I think Wendy was taking like ownership almost of Nibs to protect her because she's scared of what they did to her and she wants to make sure that Nibs is okay. So she is like the big sister to Nibs.
Yeah.
Is what I'm taking on.
Yeah.
So
and maybe just some kind of friction between Wendy and Joe to make the last episode interesting, which again, we don't really have the real estate for that. So I don't know.
It's very odd. It feels really weird. It felt extremely rushed.
Yeah, I don't know if they were dealing with some kind of constraint, but like this is a very well filmed show. And
It is.
that was poorly cut and shot. It was very strange. So I don't know if I'm worried about the last episode.
I am.
I think I'm worried about what they leave for following seasons, because I would like a finale, not a we'll see you in a year type of deal.
That's the problem that I have after watching 6 and 7. Episode 8 is gonna have to be 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Honestly, to wrap up all these stories. You have the eyeball, you have Wendy who's now mad that controls an alien, you still have Joe who's trying to figure out what's going on, you have whatever Kirsch and Morrow are going to go into, you have all this, oh, and then you have Wayland Yutani and Boy Cavalier.
Yeah.
You have all this stuff going on that's all spinning around, and you're getting up to your last episode.
Yeah, I don't know if we have the real estate. We will see, though. Alien Earth has been an exciting time. It's been awesome reviewing this, and our final episode will come to y'all next week. Make sure and go watch our latest review of Conjuring, right?
Yes, it is The Conjuring. There you go. It'll be right in there. So
You'll put it perfectly in between my hands and not somewhere else.
I'll put it perfectly in between your hands.
And nowhere else.
Nowhere else.
Okay.
But thank y'all so much, and we will see you next time. Goodbye!
Huh?